All right, that is just 2 cans of my apple pie filling. I'm then gonna bring out my vanilla pudding, and we are just going to empty this right on top of that apple pie filling, just like that. I'm gonna bring out a little bit of heavy whipping cream. You could definitely just do regular milk. The box of pudding calls for 2 cups. We're gonna go a little bit less than that, probably about a cup or so, just right on in here for this really easy dessert. And let's just go ahead and give this all a nice mix. This is gonna create such a thick and delicious little base for our desserts. You can also do a sugar-free pudding mix if you have it, or you wanna cut down that sugar, you can totally do that. But I love the regular pudding with this. And just look at how creamy. All right, once you get that pretty well mixed, I'm gonna bring out some pecan pieces. You can do the whole, you can do the pieces, you can do the halves. We're just gonna add some right on in here. This adds a nice little bit of crunch. We're also gonna do some of these Heath toffee pieces. I got this on sale and I bought like a few bags because I think it just goes so well with a lot of desserts, especially apple. I've now got my graham cracker sticks, and you can either leave them whole or we're just gonna kind of chop some of them up with our hands. But if you have the big little pieces or the crumbs, you can definitely cut those up and do the exact same thing. Just a bunch of graham crackers right on in here. And then I've got some of this apple pie spice. Even though that apple pie filling already has some of that flavor in there, I definitely want to add a little bit more for our kind of like mock pie here. We're then gonna do mini marshmallows because this is gonna add so much of that fluffiness and a little bit of sweetness too. It's gonna be so good. And then of course, a little bit of whipped topping. This is just my small container, and we are going to add this entire container right on in here. So good, it's gonna make this extra creamy. It's gonna blend so well with that pudding and apple pie mix right on in there. This is like a fun, no-bake apple pie kind of dessert. It is just absolutely delicious. You know, fall's coming up. If you don't want to do apple pie, you can definitely make this instead for all the flavors of apple pie, but with a lot less work. And it's gonna be so creamy and delicious. Plus you can make this ahead of time, like a day ahead, and bring it to wherever you're going, party, potluck, whatever you've got going on in your life. Let's give this all a really nice mix together. All right, once you get that all nice and mixed, just go ahead and spread it right on back down. We are then just gonna go ahead and pop this into the fridge. So we're gonna let it cool down for about an hour or overnight. All right, we are out from the fridge. This is looking absolutely incredible. Of course, you can also just take a little bit of apple pie spice and you can just go right on over the top, make it look super pretty and beautiful, right? Amazing, but let's just go ahead and give this a try. I'm just gonna dig right on into the center, hopefully find a nice bite of everything. It smells amazing. Cheers. It's just like an apple pie. A little bit of that graham cracker, but soaked up all that like delicious flavor. Give this a try.